Spring is hit in Wisconsin on the calendar, but not weather-wise. Another cold day in southeastern Wisconsin. We're starting off this week's episode in Milwaukee, roughly about 5 minutes from downtown, but we're going to hit downtown for something going on this weekend that I'd like to show you. Man, it's bright out here. Something happened on our way downtown. We were actually on our way to the Midwest Gaming Classic, located right downtown Milwaukee. That got some bad luck. We didn't make it. I'll get into that in the car. Got a little story to tell you. But we are heading back downtown Milwaukee right now. So we're heading back downtown on our way to the Midwest Gaming Classic yesterday. Somebody pulled out right in front of Kelly and her bumper's completely gone now. The lights are fine on the car, but everything underneath the hood is just trashed. Luckily, everybody's okay. It's just that, you know, unfortunately, she's going to have to mess around with getting a rental car and getting this car for repaired and dealing with all the insurance claims and everything. But it wasn't her fault. The person totally just it was so fast too. It was just pulled out right in front of us, and literally when I said watch out, it was too late. So I'm on my way downtown. We'll take a look at the car quick, and unfortunately the walk and talk is going to be differently than planned. We were going to go to the Midwest Gaming Classic, and I wanted to get into the Cleveland Gaming Classic, which a lot of us are going to near the end of September, and I'm really looking forward to it. And here's a shot of Kelly's car. As you see that whole bumper on both sides. I mean, it's just held up by those two bungees. The grill's gone, the logo, the lights are intact, and you know, this right here is just a solid piece of metal here, like your frame. It's just that, you know, these cars are just made out of plastic. So she won't be driving long ways with this car. There's supposed to be a representative to come out tomorrow, which Monday, the airing of this video as of recording of this is April 2nd, 2023. So the walk and talk's going to be a little different today, but we'll still do the best we can. I just wanted to show off, unfortunately, the fender bender that we were in yesterday. We're stopping off at Olive Garden for lunch with Kelly and my aunt. Believe it or not, there was once a family diner here, restaurant, in the late 80s, early 90s, that I played Captain America and the Avengers for the first time right behind me at this location. Kelly, what did you order today? What did you get? Lasagna? Nice. I got the cheese ravioli. I haven't been to Olive Garden for like 20 years.
I can never take you seriously when you do this.
That's pretty good.
I always laugh.
Man, the last time I was at Olive Garden, it's been over 20 years. We have stopped off at Kohls. Now, the last time I was here, at an Amazon return, and I wanted to check something out where that Mortal Kombat Collectorcade was. They had some new merch over there. We'll see if it's still there. It's something cool to look at. I also want to talk about iiRcade. I have some theories, and Biggie D did go over this. If you caught the Arcades Anonymous last Wednesday, about what we could get from iiRcade. We'll get into AtGames. They brought some new pinball games. I'm sure everyone has gotten that, the 2 games out of the 4 on the Dr. Seuss Volume 2. I have yet to download that, but it's something that I am interested in. I just haven't had a chance to yet this weekend. And we'll go over a little bit more on the Arcade1up Deluxe. Their Pac-Man collection here. You have the Pac-Man ponchos. Now you got to ask yourselves, would you, $20, would you, comes with the blue and the red, wear these out in public? Not sure if we saw the Pac-Man desk mat the last time we were here. $40. You did see the soap on a rope and the stress balls. Now they also have Super Mario Brothers coasters. $25. Super Mario Brothers gadget decals. Isn't it crazy how this has just lasted throughout the years, isn't it? I mean, the classic Super Mario Brothers game. It's unbelievable. These caught my eye the last time I was here. Stress controller, so that you can just squeeze these. 20 bucks. You have the Xbox, you have the PlayStation. These would look cool. You know, you could put these anywhere. You could put them in the living room. Some more coasters, some NES cartridges. Excite Bike. I don't know if they're full prices. If we're looking at the prices here, so yeah, you know, Kohls lets you think you're getting a deal here. So anything 20 is really 12. Guess that's not too bad. The Xbox gadget decals. I like the Nintendo better. But they still have the Mortal Kombat 2 Collectorcade. And, you know, if I didn't have the Deluxe, I'd be thinking about this right now. I mean, it kind of is a Deluxe. It's just missing that coin door, but no, I'm surprised this is still here. And you have a couple of the Street Fighter 2s, and these could be paired. You'd have to buy 2 of them, and they're probably, I don't see a price on these, but I'm just looking to see on the computer I seen over here, they're probably $100. Between 60 and 100, I'm sure. But it is cool to see that this is still here. There's going to be a time where I come here and that Mortal Kombat will be sold. But this is the area here that they did add the new merch. We got the raincoats, the Rubik's Cube, the coasters, the decals, and then that Xbox and PlayStation controller. And I want to say there was a couple more of these when I was here last. So I have a theory about iiRcade. And again, I'm not stealing Beggy's idea, but we were talking Wednesday night that we can see a lot of potential Sega titles coming to iiRcade. So you just think like the more we buy, the more games iiRcade sells. Look at this Mortal Kombat shirt. I like this one. They have this black one right here. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's just this one, it's like the way this blue is. What do they have right now? Shadow Dancer and Alien Storm. And I recently did just pick up Alien Storm. What if they get some more Sega titles? What if, when they get the light guns, and I know Operation Wolf, sounds like they're going like back to the drawing board kind of thing. Like, you know, could be a few more months till we see it. Is there a chance? Now, seriously, like, is there a potential chance that they could get House of the Dead for the iiRcade? Is Arcade1up's relation with Sega, is it fringy? Like, I mean, none of us really know. What if iiRcade could land that game? Just taking a look at those pinballs we just talked about in the parking lot for Dr. Seuss for a second. So you're getting Green Eggs and Ham and Dr. Seuss ABC. So the $25, and then it looks like in June, March 31st here, you get the 2 games. And then in June, Places You Go, and 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish. So it's cool that they gave you half of the games. I mean, you spend the money up front. You know, you'll get the other 2. It's just cool, like just to give you that other option on playing your AtGames pinball, this is something that I will check out this week, and I want to pick these two games up. And just while we're on AtGames here, AtGames Arcade.net is adding games every week. I mean, I get an email from them every week, and it's that whole online thing, and this is something that a lot of us are doing on the weekends. A lot of us from the community are playing games, usually Sunday nights, and this right here is this is what it's all about. And for people not exactly in love with the 3/4 scale arcades, for the purists out there, to be able to get these online, like, this is what it's all about. This brings a whole new level replayability to a lot of games we have, and the fact that you have a company like AtGames giving us, what is this, 5 titles every week. I've been meaning to check out this CD Exchange for a while now. I just dropped Kelly off at DSW. This is actually located right at that Best Buy we picked up Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe last week. Now, I just want to get back into this iiRcade thing really quick. I'm not saying that, this might be a long shot, but just imagine here for a second. Not all of us can get every cabinet they make. I mean, some of us can. But there's a time for cabinets, and there's a time for multi-cades. And with iiRcade having the relations with Tato and Data East, Operation Wolf being a Tato, I mean, that's going to be your top of the top light gun games. And the reason they haven't thrown any other light gun games, because they want to introduce that one first. And they do have a good relation with Sega from what we see. Arcade1up has not done any other Sega since Golden Axe. And let's just play here for a second. What if iiRcade could give us House of the Dead, even if it's like the Wii version? That would be unbelievable. It would be cool to have some kind of games like that. Again, even if they're just like console games that we could get on the iiRcade, it would be better than nothing. I see Arcade1up doing a House of a Walking Dead. When I was at Dave & Buster's, we saw those Raw Thrills brands. The Walking Dead is a Raw Thrills brand, along with Fast and Furious. That's a possible cabinet. Is it a long shot that Arcade1up could ever give us the House of the Dead being a Sega title? I mean, does it seem like iiRcade would be the way to go on something like that? I think it'd be a great idea. I think it'd be really cool. But we'll stop in at CD Exchange, and we'll see if there's any cartridges there. I've been here before looking for Sega Genesis cartridges, and just to change it up, we'll stop in here, and I do want to stop over at Best Buy and see if they do have any other deluxe cabinets there. But it'd be pretty cool to see a class of 81. Not saying that they do, but if any Best Buy in my area is going to have one, it's this Best Buy. We'll stop in there in a second. Let's run into CD Exchange first. I have some Sega Saturn titles here. I always wanted a Sega Saturn. If I saw a Sega Saturn, I did see one about 6 months ago at that Vanguard video located in Oconomowoc. We were there once, and I do plan on going back to there soon. They did have one, and I want to say it was about $300. It'd be hard for me not to pick that up. I had a bunch of Ataris. And right next to that is all the Sega Genesis cartridges. You got some loose ones right here. X Mutants. They show all those characters on that one, and you can only play, I think it's just the one guy you can pick. That game looks hard. I don't know if I've ever played X Mutants. It's one of those games where it looks so much cooler than it is. The Sega games in the cases. Which, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it really matters. I did buy some of those trays to keep the games in, to keep the dust from going in there. But, anyone who's bought these things used, it's pretty easy to clean these things up. You just take a little rubbing alcohol, and a Q-tip, and it pretty much cleans out those teeth. It's T2. That's T2. I do have T2 the arcade. I think that's the one I have. Same as T2 Arcade1up. Double Dragon 3. And some Seinfeld pop figures. George. Elaine. I think that was Kramer underneath him. Was that Newman? Newman. Numi. Blitz for $29.99. That Blitz 2001, and then regular Blitz for $19.99. You know, out of all three of the NFL Blitz, I always find myself playing the original one on Arcade1up. The Gauntlet Legends. These games, they just hold their value. The controller for the N64 kind of just didn't sit right with me. Kind of a different controller, similar to the Dreamcast. So check out these figures here, the Star Wars. Some Marvel, Disney. This Rocket Raccoon. I do have this one for the Xbox, and I forgot who I was just talking to. Narc is impossible to beat on the arcade. I don't know how to get past Mr. Big once he turns into that skeleton. You got to save your missiles for that. But this one has a lot of good games. You have Total Carnage, Rampage, Narc, Mortal Kombat 2, Mortal Kombat 3, Spy Hunter 2. This was a really good one. You got Ninja Turtles for $24.99. I think this is the one where you can unlock the OG Turtles arcade. X-Men 2, I think I have that one. Golden Axe 2, of course Sonic. Some original box art here for the Super Nintendo and 64. I had this Simpsons for the NES. You know, that's $69.99. I want to say it was really close to that in the early 90s. I mean, it's just incredible. And this is classic Dr. Octopus. Supergirl. I thought this was Chuck Norris for a second. You're Cyborg. Got some great figures here. And Jesse, you'd appreciate these ones. $9.99. Look at this He-Man. They're like Cyborg He-Man. What is that? Faker. Remember he was blue in the 80s? It's interesting. That's interesting. Huh. I don't know if I ever had the Faker. I remember him in the cartoon. You know, if they used the same mold as He-Man had. Look at Mr. Freeze. Total Carnage. It's a great game. Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Just trying to find, where did I see? That's Super Star Wars. Some NES cards. Oh, it's right there. There's the Super Star Wars. It's only 13 bucks. The stereo up here. The Flash. Look at this. Look at the Flash from the 1990 series. It looks just like him. It only got one season too. I mean, that was a really cool show. I guess they kind of tried to turn him into the Michael Keaton Batman, but that was a good one. The Wii remotes. Let's see what. Look at this. 134 Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for Xbox. But you know what? It's no online on that one. See what systems they have here. They have a Saturn. I'm going to be interested. I'm asking for $100 for the NES Mini. They got the Sega Mini for $59.99. I might be coming back for that one. Some 360s for PlayStation. Yeah, a lot of good stuff in there. You know, that Sega Mini. We saw one at half price. I was at Barnes and Noble. Half price books. It was either last week or the week before, 2 weeks ago, for $100. Now that did have the original box, but that was $59.99. I'm sure the 2 controllers came with it. And even if they didn't, I mean, big deal. You can pick it up on Amazon. I might be coming back for that one. I know the Sega Mini 2 is better, but, you know, I'm a big Sega guy. I do have the NES Mini and the Super NES Mini. I'd like to get that Sega Mini. I'm going to stop in at Best Buy. Let's just run in here really quick and see if they have any other arcade one-ups in there quick. It's becoming really normal, I'm sure. Like, we come here a lot, but that machine was right here. So they're flip-flopping around. They still have the Shack Jam. They still have the Simpsons, both $6.99, $6.99. The kiosk. You know what I want to, you know what I'm thinking right now? It's like, you know, is this possibility that they're not going to have the kiosk? Like, I could ask if it's available to buy $6.99. Remember that was $3.15. They finally changed the price. Absolutely no deals on any of this. You could ask them, like, if this could ever be like, sell something like this, but where would you put it? I'm already running out of space as it is, but I mean, just look at this. It would be pretty cool to have, wouldn't it? I mean, what would that cost? $1,000? I mean, this is pretty solid. Holy cow, guys, they do have it. So I'm right on the other side here. They moved this over. They have Class of 81 here. Oh my gosh. So Pac-Man's still here. There's 2 Class of 81. There's the NFL Blitz. We saw this last week. That is cool. And actually, these boxes are actually smaller than the previous Mortal Kombat 2 Legacy, Street Fighter 2 Legacy, Capcom Legacy. And they're taller. These are taller, but the boxes are actually shorter. And I think it's because there's no riser. I just pulled my old Mortal Kombat 2 box down. So I'm going to sell that. And I've saved the boxes for everything. And the box is like, it's like that much taller. Taking a look at the games list here. A lot of Ms. Pac-Man titles here. But then you have your Galaga 88, your Rally X, Rolling Thunder. So Galaga 88, Galaxian and Galaga, Rolling Thunder. I mean, those are your headline games on here. And from what I saw, the Real Zim has this. He did a lot of content on here, a little bit of a review. This marquee is, he says the blacks just look excellent. Like that recessed screen. And it does have that that nice standout coin door like Mortal Kombat 2 Deluxe, and you see on the on Pac-Man, it's the same type of coin door. So that's pretty cool. I didn't actually think this would be here. Very cool. And you see on I did notice this on Zim's review, that on the screw covers on Mortal Kombat, they're all black. You see, you got blue, you got the pinks. Seeing if there's any yellow. Man, that is sharp looking. This is the one that caught my eye. When they first showed this at CES, I can't remember if Mortal Kombat 2 was originally shown or if it was Ms. Pac-Man, Class of 81, and Pac-Man. And I said, you know what, I'm really leaning towards Class of 81, and just standing here, I might have to get out of here pretty quick because I might make another $4.99 purchase. But man, this thing is cool. This is gonna drop. This is gonna completely drop. I mean, this is upside down, but you have your form factors here. I mean, I just can't believe this is still at $4.99. This is sharp. Very cool. And just talking deluxe here, just because we're right here, in that owner's manual, in any one of these deluxe, you're going to see all 4 cabinets in black and white, and you're going to see that Fast and Furious. This is next, and this is coming really soon, and we're going to see this at Best Buy. I mean, eventually we're going to come here within the next couple of weeks. We'll see Fast and Furious here, and it's just, can you imagine? I mean, the only thing keeping me from picking this up right now is I know Fast and Furious is coming, and I'm holding out for this one. Oh, that was a surprise. Seeing Class of 81 here, that is awesome. I mean, this is a good sign because the fact that all 3 models were at this location, I know Mortal Kombat 2, maybe I only got the only one that they got. There is 2 Pac-Man, and there's 2 Class of 81 there right now. We're going to see Fast and Furious, and I'm glad we can finish up the video with this. Fast and Furious, I am so excited about this cabinet, and we got a pretty good chance that we're going to be able to walk into a Best Buy and see Fast and Furious there and just leave with it. This is awesome, and just keep your eye out. Any news, and I'll watch Best Buy. I mean, we're practically coming here every week. I got to run and get Kelly now. She just texted me. She's ready to be picked up from DSW. Gonna end this walk and talk. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next time. I know this has been a different type of episode. Unfortunately, it was a little chaotic. We had plans for the Midwest Gaming Classic, and things just change, I guess. Plans change and things don't always work out. But this is an awesome way to end this week's episode. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.